Well, one person that passed away that you and I actually had a close connection to was K-Slay.
Yeah, man. That hurt me. You know that shit hurt me, man. Man, I just did a video with him. I think I shot my verse. Me and Mark shot our verse for, he had like a bunch of MCs on the song that he was about to come out with. And and I still got I'm calling him like, yo, dog, what is everybody saying? Yo, get well soon. What is this? Hit me back. Was never hit me back. And then, you know, when I knew when like Pap and him was saying, yo, his family wants privacy. I'm like, what the fuck? What? You know, when you start hearing that, respect the families, this and that, I was like, ah, man, it's getting real.
Yeah, I mean, I have a few regrets in my life, and one of my regrets is this. Me and K-Slay were actually talking on a regular basis, you know, before he ended up in the hospital. You know, I mean, he would help me out. He had helped book a couple interviews for me. I was putting some money, you know, in his pocket and stuff like that. But me and K were going back 20 years. Like we were fucking with each other, you know, for the mixtape.
Yeah,
you know,
same
we
time.
came up in the mixtape game together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was always solid with me, you know, when other people would talk shit, he'd be like, nah, that's my man. Like, you know what I mean? And I remember I hit him up. This was maybe a week before he ended up in the hospital. I hit him up and I'm like, yo, man, how you doing? I'm just checking in on you. Yeah. He's like, yo, I'm cool. And his words were like, he texted me back. He's like, yo, I'm good. Just trying to stay out of the way of this COVID shit.
Yeah.
And I said, are you vaccinated? And he said, nah, I'm waiting until the variants are done because the vaccine doesn't work on the variants.
Got you.
And I'm looking at the text going like, well, that's not true.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just listening to people in his ear, you know, just talking that, you know, conspiracy theory shit.
Right.
And I know it's not true. And I want to say something and say, man, really, that's not true. You should get vaccinated. But I'm thinking like, I mean, this is my OG. He's older than me.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
So who am I to tell this older man what to do with his own health? So I chose not to say anything. And then 1 week later, he caught COVID, which eventually killed him. You know,
if it helps you with anything, I definitely told him to get it done.
Oh, you did?
Absolutely. I told him, man, because I remember I came down with it. I had that shit real bad for like a month. I was fucked up. And then he was like, word. And I was telling him the symptoms and how I felt. He was like, he waited till I was like all the way clear to even shoot another video. Because, you know, Slade got you working, doing mad different things. But I definitely told him he should get it. And he said he was gonna. He said he was gonna do it. And, you know, yeah. I told you, I said, I did a video for his funeral. And I was saying, one of the things I said to, because Slade used to always call me about the freestyles and doing shit like that for him. And then eventually it turned into like, yo, Louch, watch this shit on TV, my nigga. Yo, Louch, I tried this food over here. Like, you know, we became friends. You know what I mean? And that's one of the videos I posted at it for his thing, man. That was my friend. Word.
Well, I mean, it makes me feel a little bit better to know that you actually were one of the people. So, I mean, basically, what that means is that me telling him probably wouldn't have made much of a difference. Nah,
absolutely. I told him he should get it done right around when I got over that shit. I told him that shit. But you know, Slay OG and you know, was stubborn in certain ways, right? Like, you know, you know, when Christmas come around, nobody don't wish me no Christmas. That devil holiday or Thanksgiving, don't tell me happy Thanksgiving. You know, that was Slay. Yeah, so he had his own thing. Yeah.
I mean, Slay was like such a purist when it came to his love of hip hop because he had so many opportunities to go mainstream or to do different type shit, to do more, you know, to become like a Khaled or a drama or something like that. But he just basically just was like, nah, man, I just focus on these verses, putting together these projects. You know, he focused on the jails.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And the prisons.
Yep.
You know, in terms of his core fan base.
The Straight Stunting magazines and all that shit, man.
Straight Stunting magazine.
For real,
and,
dog.
Just a real hip hop, you know, came from the fucking graffiti world.
Even when like the stations was making their changes and shit, Slay told him, I need to stay here. He loved that platform. He loved I swear to God, yo, dog, I only know of certain artists. That's how you know I'm all the way out the loop with that kind of shit. It's cause of Slay. Slay will tell me about this new guy, this and that. He's dope, Louch. Check for this new that. Like I ain't heard of none of these guys. It was cause of Slay that I knew him.
Yeah, man. It was a major loss to hip hop.
Absolutely.
And I'd love to see how they did the whole thing at the Apollo Forum.
Yeah, I was there. I definitely went to that. Yeah. I seen Melly Mel talk. I seen LL talk. I seen Melly talk, LL, a bunch of people. They was pouring it out for him, man.